Channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading for none other than my Clarity Empress Collective. I hope you all doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonates with you. Alright, so let's get the gang in the building. I forgot my mic today, so I don't know how I'm gonna sound. Hopefully I'll sound okay, but let's get this thing cracking. We're gonna start this journey off with the Soul's Journey Lessons card, because we want to pick up on the energy. Alright, so the downloads, don't let their brokenness slow you down from your dreams, stop you from your dreams. Money! Don't let their brokenness, birds, what the thumbnail say, birds born in a cage think flying is an illness, right? So some people, are very shattered and broken. And that's okay. Everybody's story is different, right? No judgment. But don't let that person, those people, stop you from your goals, your dreams, your desires. You get what I'm saying? Don't let them stop you. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What is the message of the day or the evening? Guilt. Oh, yeah, that resonates, especially with the title, because some people try to guilt you into staying behind and guilt you into holding back, not moving forward. It says, I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul's growth. But for me, that's telling me that somebody in your life, whether it's you, collective, or your person, wants to obligate you. Okay, so you cannot allow people to use obligation against you. Okay, so release that guilt, because that is the cage that will keep you trapped. Guilt, especially guilt for stuff you ain't even do. That's what I see in a lot of relationships like that, where people are held back because they have their own traumas and their own brokenness. But really, you gotta release that person. You gotta release what they're holding on to so that you can fly high. Tell me more, Spirit. And please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that bell so that way you're notified every time I come on. Peace and prosperity to all of you. And thank you for coming to the channel. Alright, so yeah, release the guilt. Anything that holds you back. Something that feels like obligation because, okay, only you can do it. When this person or people could be capable on their own. That's that obligation. That's that stay in my cage kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Hi. Can't read your name, but hello. Uh-oh, here we go. And then we got patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. You have to have patience with yourself. I don't know about patience with one another person, but definitely patience with yourself. Tell me more, Spirit. One at a time, please. Like, share, and subscribe while you're here. It's an energetic donation to the channel. Costs you nothing. Subscription, whatever, That way, and then when you ring that bell, you always notify when I come on. You know what I mean? Judgment, yeah. What I'm getting with judgment in the hidden energy is time. It's time to make a judgment call. It's time to understand. It's time to decide what to sacrifice, what to keep, what to let go of. It's time. Tell me more, Spirit. Humor. That's the challenge and the lesson. Sometimes, okay, when I get the humor card, that it gives me somebody who doesn't take things seriously enough. Okay, it gives me somebody who might be in a playful energy, not quite mature. Okay, because there's happiness in this deck too, but humor gives me that immaturity. Somebody poking fun, playing too many games. That's the challenge and the lesson too. So tell me more, Spirit. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the views. Gratitude. Yeah. Says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. It is time to get in that gratitude energy because, listen, when you recognize other people's patterns and their brokenness and you understand that they're maybe somebody's guilting you, trying to hold you back, be grateful for you what you have, but it's time to put a judgment call on that situation. Like, how can I move forward with this or without this? How do I let it go? And then how do I um fly? You know what I mean? How do I prosper? Hi, Shanice. And then we got pride. Uh-oh. Overall energy's pride. So, the person with the brokenness energy, which is could be you, doesn't have to be you. But if it's not you, or if it is, it's a pride and ego. It's about surrendering. Sometimes we really get sometimes we really get in our own way over pride. What it look like, how it feel, how do people receive me? Worrying about what other people think, people pleasing. Mm-mm. Spirit says time to let that pride and that ego go. Love yourself. Love yourself. Focus on loving yourself. You can see yourself in everyone, that's nice, but focus on loving yourself first and foremost. All right. We're going to use the Akashic Oracle deck. Time for the Akashic Oracle. All right. All right, Spirit. And deep, deep, deep in the Akashic Records, what is the message we need to pull out today? Study. Says a new endeavor is upon you. Oh, and it may require new knowledge and skills. Put the intention out to the universe, and the right teacher will soon find you. I'm also getting like somebody has a new, like with the new study, it's like there's a new opportunity, but somebody might be feeling guilty about taking advantage of that. It's kind of like it's given um somebody who wants to go abroad to go to school or pursue a job or something like that, and um feeling guilty for leaving people behind while they need to do that. I mean, it happens all the time. It happens in all different countries and different people and population. I mean, I come from immigrants that did that. They had to leave some people behind once they got here, and then they got here, they built things up, then they sent for their people. It could be something like that. It doesn't have to be, but it could be a family thing. Okay. But you're gonna build new bonds, new family, new soul tribe. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I know call each other cousins, and all this time we ain't even related. It's just they came from the same places. They united here and they work together with each other. So you have a new opportunity. Don't be afraid to leave things behind because you can build something new in the future. Tell me more, Spirit. Scattered energy, yeah. You have too much on your plate and have lost your focus. This is causing you to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Prioritize your well-being, create a new plan. That's why I was telling you about pride. It's time to love yourself. Stop focusing on how other people feel about you and focus on you. Okay? And when you focus on you, you bring in all the scattered pieces of your energy. You can hone in on what you need to be doing. But if you are worried about this and worried about that and this person and that person, you're scattered. You're all over the place and you can't focus. Your energy is just, for me, my energy is shot when I'm doing too much. It's too much. And my body has a way of telling me to slow it down. Tell me more, Spirit. Patience. It says you're being asked. Here we go, patience again. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way uh, you want them to in this moment. Have patience; it will eventually work out. What's up, Black Cherry? Peace, 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 sister. Tell me more. Tell me more. Boundless possibilities. Okay. You're standing at the edge of limitless potential. Don't limit your dreams based on past experiences. Embrace the boundless possibilities that await you. Okay. So it's time to get serious and embrace the possibilities. Um, Again, that's in the humor. Okay. And then speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Listen, speak your piece and don't be afraid. I always tell people all the time, you can't beat me. I'm going to say what I want to say. You don't gotta like it because you can't beat me. Embrace the attitude, right? Fresh start. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you have been given. Wow. Somebody getting a fresh start. What's up? What's up? And you know what? It's giving release from the cage. It's giving that energy of it's time to soar, time to fly high, time to take things to the next level in your life. It's time to hatch a plan and enact that plan. I don't know why I'm feeling called to use that, but we're gonna use it. And I'm feeling called to do tarot, but where is it? Where in the heck is it? Oh, no, right now. Pay me no mind, y'all. Pay me no mind. Just pay me a like, share, and a subscribe. That's it. That's free. It costs you nothing. All right, so we're going to do Moonology right now, Spirit. What's the message from Moonology? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So if there was any doubt, that you weren't enough, that you weren't relevant, that you weren't important, you are. But before you concern yourself with being important to everyone else, focus on being important to yourself. Focus on, like when I say love yourself, I mean when you get up in the morning or you lay down, before you lay down at night, cleanse the day off, right? Eat a nourishing meal at dinner time. Take a brisk walk. Look at nature. Touch a tree. Write in your journal. Plan some things. Make a list of goals. And then a plan to attack those goals. Like, love yourself. What can you do better in the world? Volunteer somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Give of yourself. Do acts of kindness, acts of service. You know what I'm saying? You are relevant. People need you. Sometimes it's just your smile is all they need. Like you walk in a store and you see somebody and they, hi, how you doing? You look beautiful today. Whatever it takes, right? Make yourself feel good. Make them feel good. That exchange of energy is a blessing. But love yourself too. When you look in the mirror, tell yourself how beautiful you are. You know? Tell me more, Spirit. Your dreams need a practical plan. I just said that. Your dreams need a practical plan. So somebody's in earth energy and they need to be, right? So what I'm saying about that, and what I already just said is that write some things down, write some goals down, then hatch a plan to how you're going to achieve those specific goals, right? And nowadays we can use Chat, GTP, DeepSeek, and all kind of AI tools to kind of help us navigate, think of things we didn't think of, line it up step by step. This is what I should do, how I should approach it. Your dreams need a practical plan. It's time to put them plans into action. Listen, you're going to have a lot of people on your path or in your family and bloodline that think everything that you want to do is stupid. Or why would you want to do that? Because they're scared to do it, or they don't have the talent to pull it off, or it's something about them that would hold them back from accomplishing that. So they will downgrade what you want. That is somebody that, with their brokenness, that will keep you in that cage. Don't let them. You have to believe, you have to love and believe in yourself in order to come out of that cage. Oh, I know what that I need. Okay, hold on, Spirit. Thank you. The answers you need are coming. This is also about communication with full moon and Gemini. The answers you need are coming because you're seeking them. That's an hidden energy. So, if you have a hard time believing in yourself, but if you got one, sometimes we gotta fake it till we make it. We gotta take steps to things to see them actualize, right? I can tell you personal experience, when I walk in certain doors that open for me, it does surprise a lot of other people because they didn't make that effort, or they don't know how did I arrive there. It's the networking I do. It's the fact that I believe in what I do. So when I make the effort, people say, "Oh yeah, sure, come on." I'm in the door. I could do what I need to do. A lot of people are afraid to walk through doors. They're afraid to network. They're afraid to apply themselves. They're afraid to believe in themselves. Don't be one of those people. Tell me more, Spirit. A win-win outcome is forecast. But, this is in a hidden and a less hidden, not hidden. This is in a challenge and lesson position of this spread. So what this gives me is that you could win it all with effort, with balance, with focus, with determination, and a little sprinkle of love. You know what I'm saying? Self-love. That's all this message is about. That's all I keep hearing Spirit say is love thyself, love thyself, love thyself. Tell me more, Spirit. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon and eclipse. So something is about to get eclipsed out of your life. Mainly trouble, problems. And let me tell you something. When you decide to step out of the cage, guess what happens? The cage gets broken up and demolished. You can't go back to the cage now. Now you free. Now you gotta go build a home, a nest. You know what I'm saying? The cage no longer belongs to you. When you step out of that cage, don't no more. And that's what stops a lot of people from taking a step, because they know there's a deep knowing. The moment they exit that cage disappears. There's no going back to it. So there's conclusion within reach. There's opportunities within reach. And we got fire. Ooh, a fiery climax approaches. Full moon. So, okay, I don't know what y'all got going on. But in order to have that fresh start, it's about to be some stuff popping off. Maybe what you leaving behind in that cage is going to be a fight. But your life will bloom. Life will bloom once you leave that cage, okay? So it might hurt pieces, might hurt a little bit, might feel a little scary, a little trepidatious, but the blessings are coming. Let me shuffle real quick. The blessings are coming. Tell me more, Spirit. One at a time, please. Yeah. Somebody was holding on to their situation for dear life and everything that came with it. So either you or your person, but there was somebody who was very selfish, but also coming from a place of lack, They just loved all their things. They love all their things. Past energy. Just kept trying to hold on to their stability by any means necessary. So if that was your person, they came off with you very selfish. They didn't give you much. Okay. They just, it's not that they had a lot of riches. Some of them could have, but they were selfish with you for whatever reason. They were selfish with you, but they were also on the brink of poverty, Spirit said. Because after the 4 is the 5 of cups. So I feel like this person was always clinging to what they have. Maybe they're always in survival mode, something like that. Well, you don't have to be. They don't have to be. If they leave the cage, if somebody leaves the cage, they can go and grow. They can go make money. They can go make a life for themselves. They can find stability. They can do a lot. You could too. Spirit said. One at a time. My card's sticking a little bit. One at a time. There we go. It's time to trust. Trust in your ability to soar, that when you exit that cage, you can fly. It's time to have faith. Have faith in the universe. Have faith in God, whatever you call on. Okay? And most of all, within that, have faith in yourself. That whatever you set foot to do, you know what I'm saying, Spirit will rise to the occasion and support you. So it's time to trust. It's time to put a plan together and trust that you can make that plan happen. Tell me more. We got silence. Now, silence is the star energy. Yep, star. But you see here, it's a moon. There's a deep knowing across the face of this person, if you can see it. The eyes, the nose, and the mouth, and the moon in the forehead. There's a deep knowing, a deep hope. Whew. And I feel it like right now. So it's given like, I just know everything will work out. That's what I'm getting. It's like I know no matter what, everything will work out. You might have to sacrifice. There may be some trial and error. But in the end of the day, once you persevere, it all works out. And better than you could imagine. Tell me more, Spirit. So we got the source. Oh, somebody got to take action. Creativity. It's given sacral chakra, solar plexus, and root chakra all blazing. Like all of those things are fired up with somebody right now. They're getting grounded. Their creativity and abundance is starting to brew. Okay, and their solar plexus is that I am. So there is somebody being worked on right now. Spirit is working on somebody, rising their like that kundalini energy up. Tell me more. But conclusions are within reach. So tell me more, Spirit. This is the card. I knew it. I knew it would come out tonight. It's time to listen. The world is beckoning somebody to come out of that cage, to leave them old ways behind. Even if you were born in that cage, it is time to release the cage. It's time to be free. Conclusions are within reach. There's an ending for somebody here. There's an ending and a fresh start coming. But it won't happen until they step out of the cage. And this being a likely outcome, along with conclusions are within reach, means it's about to happen by any moment. Somebody is taking a leap of faith. Somebody's about to trust themselves. Somebody's about to spread their wings and soar. Speak up for themselves. Bottom of the deck. Ooh. Okay, so this is the fiery climax. So somebody's about to shed some skin. They either shedding the mask that they normally wear, or somebody who wears the mask in their life is about to get shedded. So there's a fiery climax approaching. So that tells me that there's some type of beef more than likely to happen. That's the Seven of Swords. Because of lies, because of deceit, because of masking. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was not holding up to their end of the bargain, not being true. Um, Also, what I get is like somebody could never be trusted ever, but they wore masks. So every now and then, the person might see a glimpse of the thing or the person that they couldn't trust, but then that mask would come back on so fast that they really didn't. It's almost like they didn't have time to process what was behind the mask. Okay, and so, but there's gonna be some ish popping off real soon. Because a fiery climax approaching is giving fight energy, that Aries energy, that ramming, that head on collision type things. It's no longer a standoff, but it's a knockdown drag out. I'm getting tower energy. So in order to have a fresh start, somebody's whole, like I said, the cage has to be dismantled. That it has to fall. You know what I'm saying? It has to, it's almost like when you come out of the cage and you push back on it with your foot and the thing just shatters. It's no more. Somebody ain't ready for this, and I feel like it's the Seven of Swords person. Somebody is not expecting this. That's why they're gonna put up a fight. They're not expecting it. They don't want it. They're gonna put up a fight, and this person just needs to be ready for the fight, cause it's coming. It is coming. But you know what? It's the fight of their life, and it's also going to be the blessing of their life. As a person who come from DV in my life, I had to fight my way out of it. Literally, I knew there was no other way but for me to fight. I had to ram my way through that situation. Yeah. In order to get to the other side, in order to have a life, I had to. And some things will not, you can't avoid the fight. You just have to do it. And the fight looks different for everybody. Everybody's fight is not physical. Mine was physical. Not everybody's fight gonna be physical. Sometimes the fight is mental, emotional, whatever the fight is. Like if it's emotional, it's like the fight is to control your emotions. If it's mental, it's to outthink and strategize your situation. If it's physical, it's fisticuffs. You know what I mean? You take it how it resonates. It all depends on you, what you may be experiencing and going through. Tell me about trust, spirit. Yeah, turning inward. Four Cups energy. It is time to focus on yourself in a way that you tune the noise out of others so that no one can distract you. No one can rattle you. So I feel like this is a war for your emotions as well as it could be physical. It's like spirit is trying to help you focus. Tell me more, spirit. Tell me more. Okay. And comparison. I also feel like somebody's comparing their life or the people in their life. Five of Swords energy. It's kind of like well, what's better for me? We need wood, regular wood for things, but we need bamboo too. Bamboo is a flexible tree that is used for many things like regular wood, right? But it could also be used for fabrics. You can do a lot. Somebody's trying to weigh their options. Do I deal with the tried and true wood, or do I go with something that's more flexible, more green, more sturdy, more, I don't know, all the things bamboo is more than regular wood, right? Somebody is comparing life. They thinking about, well, what do I want? What works for me? You know what I'm saying? Tell me more. Ooh, wow. Jumper. Oh, and somebody is under suppression. Now this is Ten of Wands. This is back to that guilt that somebody puts on someone. Feeling guilty about coming out of this cage. Really, let me put it up. Feeling guilty about letting go. Feeling guilty about releasing burdens and obligations. What's up, Bite? How you doing? Um, Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more about understanding in this cage. Oh, there's an ending here, though. Oh, then we got the devil energy conditioning. This is what somebody is leaving behind. The burdens of conditioning, the burdens of the traditional family that they come from, right? This could be, you know, I know it's a lot of white sheep in here, but this could be a black sheep energy. Somebody is coming out of the conditioning that the devil energy had put on them because they have a new understanding. They understand that there's life outside this cage they've been conditioned to be in. If you grow up in a cage, you don't know no better, right? So somebody is releasing themselves and conclusions are in reach. Somebody is releasing themselves from the cage that they come from. And they no longer see flying as an illness. Why? Because now they're looking out to all the birds and saying, oh no, this is normal. This is what we do. This is a species. As a species, this is what we do. The person's like, really? Or the bird, really? We fly? You go out there and you don't fall? They're like, no. You learn how to navigate the wind. Once you come out of that cage, you can go anywhere you want in the world if you can stand it. And then you got control. Yeah, so whoever this person's life is in this person's life, right? You or whoever, right? Whoever this resonates for. There is somebody in their life that wants to control them through guilt, wants to keep them in the cage along with them. Somebody who is afraid to fly, who has broken wings, who doesn't believe that flying is for the birds. They feel like flying is for fools, you know? They don't they feel like the cage is safety. So let's not leave the cage, right? Because we're safe here. We get fed. You know, the humans come and they feed us. All right. That's you didn't tell me you had. Okay. I asked you what you had.
Yeah, I told you. I did tell you.
No.
I told you I had math, and then I had Spanish, and then I had.
You said engineering and Spanish. You did not mention the other two.
I did mention math. I'm being serious. Hold on.
Anyway, I do wish you love. I'll pray for you. Good night.
I told you math. I love you. Good night.
Love you. Anywho. Oh, and bottom of the deck. The dream. So somebody's in nostalgia energy. There, one of those birds that somebody is looking at. This bird right here. Let me show you. This bird right here, talking to this bird, is who this person is thinking of. It's something about the warm embrace of their person. So if their person was in bird form, that's the one that's talking to them, saying, come on out. There's a big world outside. And this person's sitting there like, wow. I remember the days. Yeah. Well, and the only way to have those days, the only way to have that love that this person is dreaming about, this person is remembering in nostalgic energy. So this Six of Cups energy. So that means there's some sort of history with this person. The only way to actualize that is to come out of the cage. You won't get out the cage until you take that step. You gotta believe you can fly. Watching all other birds do it is not believing you can fly. You actually have to fly. That's that. Like, there ain't no way around it. You actually have to go flap your wings and trust that the universe will not let you fall. It takes a lot to believe, especially when you come from something that won't allow you to breathe, let alone believe. It takes a lot, you know, but you can do it. You can do it. I feel like I'm talking to, little birdie. You can do it, little birdie. Go. Soar. Follow you, mama. Follow you, papa. The geese out here where I'm at are funny. They do not play about their kids, okay? When they crossing the walk, oh my God, you better get out the way. Them Canadian geese, I think they're Canadian. They do not play about their children. They be like, yeah, well, you gonna wait. I know you got somewhere to go. We do too. I don't know why I'm thinking of the birds, but I can only imagine how they teach their children how to float and then fly. All right, tell me more, spirit. Okay, so this is about a woman dealing or a relationship with a woman. Now, you could be the woman, or this could be about a woman in your life. Pull that back some. Tell me more about that, spirit. Hidden secrets can harm you. Okay. You know what that's giving? Yeah. And that 4 cups energy. Somebody's turning away from all them secrets. Also, them secrets is what hold people back. It's just crazy in families, right? First, like me, it's almost like in death with some people. You meet them for the first time, and Jamaican families in particular. Sometimes you call a person by their nickname so long you never even knew their real name. It's like, who is this person? Their age, they never tell their age. The elders I'm talking about, they don't tell their age. You don't even know the year they were born. It don't even be on the obituary. You don't know what happened to them. So it says hidden secrets that can harm you, but I feel like you're not harmed by it. It's harmful to have secrets. It really is. It's harmful to have secrets, but if the so-called secret came out, it wouldn't even be harmful. Just stop lying or holding back. Holding things back is what keeps people in harm's way. When you lack information, lack knowledge, lack understanding, that is the harmful part, not the actual secret. Tell me more. It's like somebody who was sick and passed on the illness to somebody because they didn't tell nobody. That's the secret. Like, you harmed somebody by not telling them you were sick. You shared your sickness. Short journey. Somebody got a short journey with this comparison. Whoever they comparing to in this judgment energy, somebody has a short journey to a choice. Put it that way. That's what I'm getting. Like, more or less to a choice where their hope lies. Look at the star card here. More. Disappointment in a friend or a lover. Now, this isn't a challenge and a lesson. And I feel like back to what I was telling you about the human card. This is somebody in the past. Well, it could be in the past, but in a challenge and a lesson, somebody was in your life immature, didn't take things seriously. And that's who you have a disappointment with, all right? Or you or somebody has a disappointment with a person that was very immature or didn't take them seriously, thought everything was so very funny when it wasn't, you know? The misfortune of others or your feelings or whatever. Somebody didn't take you seriously. They thought things were a joke and they weren't. That's why suppression is here. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of disappointment here. And also disappointment in somebody who was trying to guilt you. Going back to the guilt. A win-win situation is forecasted, but that's in Libra. So it's balancing the scale. It is basically karma. It's justice, right? With justice being had, things you can win. But without balancing the scales, no. That requires action, and that's why also the Ace of Wands is here. It's the Swords, I think it's called, right? Without action, there will be no justice. Tell me more. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. That is who this devil energy is here. This is somebody who just like, they like things the status quo. However it is, they don't want to let you out of your cage. Because they feel like you going when you let them when you leave the cage. Okay, let me get it straight. When you leave the cage, they know their world will fall. And they're guilting you because they are very aware that their world will crumble without you, right? However they rely on you, however they, use you or think they need you, all of that dissipates when you leave. It falls apart. When you walk away from that cage is no more. So whatever housed the cage, if it's a house, right, that house goes away. Like everything goes away. Nothing is the same. Conclusions are within reach. Now, if you are the someone that is stubborn and unwilling to change, they will slow walk you for the rest of your life. As you can see, the muzzle on this donkey is or mule, excuse me, is a rope, and the same rope is pulling on this person's neck, and there's a hand. So this person, whoever the stubborn person, will be continued to be controlled. Some people think I'm being stubborn and I like life the way that it is. They don't realize the yoke that they got on them. They don't realize how they're being manipulated. They don't see that. They just rather keep doing whatever it is that they're doing. And they can. That's their prerogative, right? All right, so we got torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, and awareness and understanding. Yeah, a lot of things are coming to light. A fiery climax approaches. Things are coming to light. Somebody is getting spiritual downloads. They are starting to be aware of who they are and what's going on in their world. This person, whoever this is, you, whoever you thinking of, you know, spirit is working on them. And spirit may be tearing their life up. In the meantime, somebody's getting some karma. But spirit is working on this person. They don't really get to I'll tell you all the time, we're not going to just escape karma. You don't get to escape karma. You're going to get it one way or the other. You can turn your life around, but you still gonna get your karma on your way. Right? That'll remind you. That'll be on some scare straight. You won't do that no more. You'll decide better. If you learn your lessons, you'll do better next time. You get what I'm saying? If you get a next time to do it, you'll do better next time. Your spiritual way. Because sometimes we ask for enlightenment and then we think, oh my God, my life went haywire. No, it just got shaken up so that you could see where you needed to change, where you needed to grow, where your lessons were. That's what life will do, is shake you up so that you could, it's like almost like turning you upside down and shaking you so all your loose change come out. You don't need that. Spirit got wads of money for you, investments for you, businesses for you. You know what I'm saying? Houses, companions, all of that. But it gotta shake you of all the little things you don't need, all the lint in your pocket, all the holes you got going on. It's just gonna just, you know what I'm saying, shake you up a little bit so you can start fresh. And that fresh start is here too. So in order to start fresh, you gotta things have to be revealed what they are. You will never get that fresh start. You gotta understand what's trying to control you. What do you allow to stay in your life that no longer suits you? It is time to take a step. It is time to grow. It is time to move forward. It is time to let go. You know, this card comes out all the time, and I'm not even pulling anymore on that deck. But there's a card in that round deck that is time to get out of this situation. I swear, if I pull another spread, that card will come out. It ain't bent, torn, warped, or nothing. That card loves to come out. And the reason why is because there's so many people that don't belong in the situations that they're in. All they have to do is overcome fear. Fear don't keep you alive. Fear keeps you stuck on multiple levels. We've been talking about avoidant personalities, avoidant attachment styles, excuse me, right? And those are the main ones that operate in fear. The more intense they feel for you, the more they run. And that fear drives them away, right? That fear blocks their fresh starts. That fear blocks them from loving and being loved because they're running out of fear. And then what that fear does is turn the person they're running from, that they really want to run to, off so much that they have no choice but to go find a fresh start because they won't have that person. They don't get this. I'm sorry. They don't get that. It just becomes a memory, a thing that will never happen. Spirit said it can happen for somebody. It can happen, but they gotta shake that devil and that energy and that conditioning off of them. They gotta come past that fear. It's here, and they gotta stop being stubborn or with the stubborn individual. Take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. But you know your person, you know your situation, you know if in fact there is a situation where you feel stuck or somebody in your life is stuck. What they need to do is what I'm seeing here. If you're stuck, that's what you need to do, right? You need to let go. You need to trust. You need to put a plan together too, because your plans will be successful if you have one. But you got to start with a plan. A plan is not an idea. A plan is not you know what, I'm going to go to this country. I'm going to work this job. Okay, you got a passport? No. Okay, I'm going to get a passport, go to this country, get this job. Do you have connections for that job? No. Did you apply for that job? No. There are steps. A plan needs to be in place, not an idea. A plan, y'all. You know what I realized too? Ideas make you snap back real quick. I know people who didn't have a plan get out of a situation only to return back to the old situation that was stressing them the hell out. Is the best way I could put it. You know what I'm saying? Moving from one place to the other only to move backwards because they did not have a plan that would keep them out of the terrible situation, out of the cage. Y'all better hatch your plan. Write it down. Write it down or, journal it or make it a business plan, whatever it is. It's time to put it to writing. It's time so you can follow the steps to get you out and keep you out, or whatever this is that you're dealing with. So you can get back to your nostalgic energy. Maybe rekindle things, maybe not. You know, take it how it resonates. Some of y'all don't want to go back to where you were. And that's fine too. But you need to go somewhere outside that cage. That's all I'm saying. That's all Spirit is saying. Get out that cage. So you're going to find peace, joy, and happiness. And stability. Because your stability will look different. It'll still come with freedom. The birds can still soar. They can go build a nest and still soar and be free. You know, some people equate love with smothering and, that's going to pull my freedom away. I won't be able to do what I want. But then they don't realize they don't even want to do the things they thought they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't want to do them alone, right? Take out resonate. If it don't resonate, y'all, you know how to deal with it. But anyway, I'm gonna bid you adieu. I already know I got a long, interesting day tomorrow, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna take it down. I hope y'all get some rest. I want to thank y'all for coming. Well, I want to thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I hope that the message resonated with you enough that it gets you thinking about your life. Bump what somebody else going through, what you dealing with. How does this impact you? If it impacts you, I hope that the message was helpful to you so that when you plan your next stage or your next whatever, your fresh start, that you have some good ideas about what you should be doing next. Okay, that is the point. That is the whole goal and the whole point is to help you along your way. So I appreciate y'all coming to the Spiritual Lounge, hanging out with your girl. I will see y'all mañana. And, oh no, not mañana, not in the morning, but tomorrow, right? Is that mañana tomorrow? I don't know. Anyway, tomorrow. Peace. Peace, y'all.